Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Cindy, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. And excuse me, Deputy, if you could have them move down to this end, we're about to go on the record. The people who are talking on the back row. No. Here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, them. Yeah. All right. The court is calling 2025 CR 002426 State versus Axel Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Megan Galloway for the city.
Robert Mauer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Axel Ramirez? All right. You entered a plea of guilty on May 23rd, 2025. It was recalled for today.
What happens when a young dad crashes his car while drunk, injures an innocent man in his backyard, and then has to face Judge Boyd for sentencing? Well, let's just say this hearing had remorse, courtroom rules, and one defendant who forgot the name of his own AA program. The case, State versus Axel Ramirez. The charge, intoxication assault. Axel, just 24 years old, had already pled guilty earlier this year.
According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 002422. There's to be restitution of $100 to Ben Cadena, Cadena. There was a request for a PSI. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state, defense?
Yes, sir.
We have, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state, defense?
No, not from defense, Judge.
All right, state, any witnesses?
No, you're.
Defense, any witnesses?
Judge, I would like to call Axel Ramirez, please.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Axel Ramirez.
All right, you may proceed.
Axel, how old are you?
24.
And I reviewed the PSI with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I know that you have very little criminal history. You had a case that was dismissed in Frio, and I think prior to that you had a failure to ID,
Yes, sir.
correct? And this incident happened when you were 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
And would you agree the night of the incident you were extremely intoxicated?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Were you were intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
Now, he's back in court for sentencing. His plea deal capped him at 6 years behind bars and included a small restitution payment. But the big question, would the judge believe he'd really changed, or was this just another DUI story with a polished excuse? Things kick off smoothly. Judge Boyd, calm as ever, makes sure both sides reviewed the PSI report. That's the pre-sentence investigation. No objections, no drama.
And I guess the first question is, do you feel, I guess, regret or remorse over what happened?
Yes, sir. I do. That wasn't me that night. I'm so ashamed of myself, and it was actually an eye opener for me to leave alcohol. It was easy for me to leave the alcohol alone.
Okay. So have you, I guess, since that incident, have you started attending AA classes?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a sponsor?
Yes, I do.
And I guess I get, as part of AA, you understand that it's you're never really reformed from alcohol addiction. It's something you have to work on every day, right?
Yes, sir.
And at 24 years old, this is a really serious offense to pick up because of your problems with alcohol.
Yes, sir.
And we reviewed, you had a bunch of.
I'm sorry to interrupt you off the record for a moment. Deputy Laura, do you want them removed? Sorry for the interruption. All right, and what are the names? I have on here Lazarus Carrillo.
Yes, that's the defendant's name. He's in custody.
All right, who's here for Lazarus Carrillo? All right, who are the complainants? And by complainants, I mean victim's family. All right, and people over here are for the defendant's family? All right, so this is what I'm going to explain to you all. There will be no outbursts in this courtroom. I understand that when there are criminal cases, emotions tend to run high.
Until the defense calls Axel himself, and here comes the performance. Axel sits there, respectful and remorseful. He admits he was blackout drunk the night of the crash, calls it a wake-up call, and says he's sworn off alcohol for good. He's been to over 120 AA meetings and even made a personal promise to God. On paper, that's exactly what a judge wants to hear, but then, cracks start to show. When asked about his AA sponsor, Axel blanks. When asked the name of his AA group, he blanks again. Now, this isn't a murder trial, the stakes aren't life or death, but forgetting the name of your supposed recovery program, that's not helping your credibility.
And what are the charges in this case?
Capital murder, Judge.
All right, so it's capital murder. So it's being alleged that someone has been murdered. So I understand that emotions can run high, but they can't run high in this courtroom. And let me just tell you why. The deputies are in charge of security. What does that mean? That means that it's their job to keep everybody safe, to keep the victim's family safe, to keep the defendant's family safe, to keep the defendant safe, because this is America. We have jury trials. There's a legal process. So if there are outbursts, if there are interactions between the two families, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be banned from this courtroom, and the only time you will be allowed back is if you are being called as a witness. Does everyone understand? Is that a yes? Yes? All right. So to make things easier for the deputies, the defendant's family, if you could move to the interior, please. Whoever's here for the defendant, raise your hand. All right. If you'll move down and be more to the interior, please. And for everyone else, I didn't make this announcement, but here's the thing. People who are brought out here, they're brought out here for their cases. I like things to be run orderly. You're not allowed to talk to them. They're not going to make gestures at you. Don't make gestures at them. If you talk to them, a deputy is going to tap you on the shoulder. No explanation is necessary for you. That tap on the shoulder means that you are to leave, and the only time you will be brought back here is for a witness. Does everyone understand? All right. Thank you, everyone. All right. We're back on the record. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So you're committed to maintaining your sobriety, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I also noted we came to court one time on a violation report for, I guess, a high breath,
Yes.
but that was, you said, based upon mouthwash use. And you're adamant you have not consumed alcohol and you're going to maintain your sobriety no matter what, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any children, any family you're supporting right now?
Yes, sir. I have a 3-year-old. I'm the head of the household there. And basically I'm the money maker, and they really need me.
Okay. Well, the important thing obviously is making sure the court knows that you're committed to maintaining your sobriety and that something like this won't happen again.
Yes, sir. I actually made a promise to myself and to God. I'm stop doing alcohol, stop drinking alcohol.
I pass the witness. She may have some questions for you.
Mr. Ramirez, what do you currently do for work?
I work in the oil fields, ma'am.
Okay. Were you working in the oil fields back in 2023?
No, ma'am, I was doing concrete.
Okay. And about how much were you making back in 2023?
I would say, honestly, ma'am.
Was it nerves, or was he just saying what he thought the judge wanted to hear? Meanwhile, prosecutor Megan Galloway isn't letting anything slide. She reminds the court that Axel's blood alcohol content that night was nearly double the legal limit. She points out the victim wasn't even on the road, just fixing his car in his own backyard when Axel came crashing in. Her cross is sharp, professional, and laser-focused. Remorse is nice, but accountability means more than promises. And while all this is happening, Judge Boyd proves once again why she's the calm anchor of the courtroom. At one point, murmuring in the gallery forces her to stop everything and lay down the ground rules.
2013, you had been out drinking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you like out at a bar, at a club, or?
I was at a friend's house.
Okay. And so with you making about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, I mean, you could have called a taxi or an Uber.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you chose to not do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And you operate in your motor vehicle, and you understand, I mean, where was this house in relation to your house?
It was about How far it was apart?
Yes.
I'll say like a 15-minute drive.
Okay, so you still had 15 minutes to
Yes,
get
ma'am.
to your home from where the crash happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so you understand that the victim in this case was just working in his backyard on his car when you crashed into him and injured him, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I was reviewing the PSI and it says in the PSI that you feel that you no longer have a substance abuse problem with alcohol. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm like I said, I made a promise to myself, and I feel like because of that, it made me really stop drinking alcohol, consuming alcohol. But like I said, I'm willing to do what I want to do.
Okay, and you said that you have a sponsor with Alcohol Anonymous?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your sponsor's name?
It is called the. I don't know what it's called. It was having. I forgot the name is, but I have done the classes with it and stuff.
Okay, about how many times do you meet with, or do you meet?
I have done over 124, 25 classes.
Okay, when was your last meeting?
It was in let's say August, around August. I can't get it at the top of my head.
So August of 2024.
Yes.
Okay. But you understand, right, that if you have an alcohol issue to where it's causing you to get behind a motor vehicle and drive when you shouldn't, that's something that doesn't just go away, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's something that you have to work towards continually, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand that your blood in this case, your blood alcohol concentration came back to almost double the legal limit, right?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. We pass the witness to
When did you start working in the oil fields?
I just started like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and can you tell the name of the?
No outbursts, no talking to defendants, no gestures. She runs her courtroom like a pro, firm, steady, and fair. Honestly, this hearing felt like two different shows running at the same time. On one side, a young dad trying to convince everyone he's turned his life around. On the other, a prosecutor reminding us that actions speak louder than words, and one terrible night can't just be erased by saying I'm sorry. And let's be real, if you've been to 120 AA meetings but can't remember the name of the program, that's like saying you go to the gym every day but forgetting the name of your trainer. Not a great look. In the end, the court wrapped up without fireworks. No family outbursts, no dramatic breakdowns, just a serious reminder of how fast alcohol can ruin lives. Axel may be hoping this hearing proves he deserves leniency, but whether Judge Boyd actually buys it, that's the real suspense. So let me ask you, if you were Judge Boyd, would you believe Axel's remorse, or see through the blanks in his story? Thanks for watching another breakdown. If you enjoyed this courtroom deep dive, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. More wild cases are on the way, and trust me, you don't want to miss them.